Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News with the World Championship seriously on the horizon now. Big questions being raised as to what roster changes we're going to see elsewhere, even before, or most certainly after this event concludes. Ardiis comes in to give his perspective on the situation, certainly though at NRG, the team that he was at previously, team with experience with FNS, and giving perspective on whether a coaching change is absolutely necessary now that Chet has been effectively fired from that role on the team and Victor is gone as well. What changes do they need? Does FNS seem happy with the idea of bringing Potter into the outfit? Very much interested your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always, I greatly appreciate it. Here's Demon 1 in Malaysia, by the way. Unfortunately for him, of course, not going to be there with NRG at the VALORANT World Championship as Zelsis and Sentinels. They are going to be there. Hello, Korea, he says. They're out there in Seoul getting ready now for the big one, of course, over the coming days. There was some, funny tweets about this as well when Zelda says this. Just got noticed in economy. My life is over with this, nade shot tweet from the other day. Just quickly to mention this. I hope that we don't have to talk more about this, but I wanted to just mention it briefly because it has been a big conversation topic in the community kind of behind the scenes over the last couple of days. So there's been major allegations against a Korean esports player. Now, I don't really want to go into these allegations because we don't know if they are true and we just don't know the person involved right now. I'll leave all the relevant links in the description box below there if you guys would like to check out this original tweet and thread. Now, we don't know who this Korean esports player is, but the speculation is, and it's just speculation, that it's a Valorant player for DRX. Now, of course, if this is true, it's going to be a really big story, but right now we don't know. I mean, it should be a big story anyway, but especially if that is the case. Now, it's unclear whether that is the case. Hopefully it's not the case, but I just wanted to mention it because it is a rumor going around behind the scenes right now that there may well be more updates on over the coming days. Durka's there as well. Here they are out in Seoul, the Fnatic boys, and we see it here from Boaster, Hey Korea, and then we got Durka, of course, responding to the fact that Boaster's not exactly wearing the jersey or the jacket of their own team on this occasion. Speaking of Fnatic though, this was interesting that Ardiis, a coach who has been given a fair bit of credit really for the success and the turnaround of Fnatic, certainly with the new maps coming into play, he's not going to be there at the World Championship, which is unfortunate really, that it is what it is. And Ardiis went on and said, I don't really begrudge the organization for this. The reality is that I'm contracted as a remote employee, and sure, while it would help if I was able to be there at the World Championship, it is not necessarily in Fnatic's rights, or they believe in their best interest as, from a bottom line perspective, to pay for his travel out there. But of course, ideally, he does really want to be there, right? So he says that he's actually going to look to maybe do a subathon to try and fund himself getting to the World Championship, and, basically says prospects are pretty grim to get there, but I might as well try. And the organization obviously still likes and respects his input, but not on a level to be a full-time, there all the time coach, where questions would seriously be raised if they don't perform well at the World Championship, obviously. Absolutely. Speaking of champs though, they did drop the other video yesterday, the brand new music video for the World Championship. Not my favorite really. It's third or fourth, I would say, out of the four that they've done. This was pretty cool though, spotting what can only really be tens, let's be real, in this video. There were a few people trying to find themselves, and whether they were actually there or not is another question entirely. This though was spotted. There was a spot in the trailer that was very reminiscent of the Scream versus Victor issue from a couple of years ago now, and they put that there. I think Scream even as well commented on it on his own Twitter profile. There was some other discussion as well really on the esports Olympic Games. Now, I didn't mention this on the COD channel today, or I'm not planning to, but the International Olympic Committee are effectively going to be down for the esports games to happen, the Olympic esports games. Now, exactly how this works, how often it's going to happen, is it just coinciding with the regular Olympics, or is it going to be another games entirely? There's been talk about this, of course, for some time, but obviously the discussion is that FPS games, shooters, don't really align with what the Olympics are trying to do. So, Call of Duty, for example, Counter-Strike, it's not going to be there. But Valorant is a little little bit different in the sense that, like, you know, there's no blood, right? So, you know, maybe they can make the argument here to the International Olympic Committee that no Valorant should be able to be played. I think the rule is kind of stupid anyway, that, you know, they're not probably going to invite those teams or those, you know, teams from that particular game, but it's something at least worth thinking about. Just quickly as well, on the challenger side, the playoffs is underway in the North Americas. Dapper got a 2-0 victory in the boys over Sad Esports yesterday. This is how that looks right now. So yeah, Blinn, Moist, Shopify, Oxygen and M80, they advance to the next round of the playoffs, and of course this is the really big deal because the top two teams, they get through to Ascension and the others don't. So this is where things really start to matter. But let's talk about exactly what's going on with NRG, because things matter over there as well. Chet is gone, Victor is gone. The rumor is that Demon One might be coming back, but it's not exactly clear right now what they are planning to do. Sentinels and 100T continue to get into it, and this is what Ardiis has to say. Of course, very entertaining character as always. You can't stop this guy. Whenever the streams go on, you know it's going to be something entertaining is going to come out of his mouth. But he does talk especially on NRG, why they struggled, what they need to change going forwards, and the feeling that potentially another coach on the team is at least worthy of consideration and potentially the way to go. In the end, of course, figuring out where to get that done is another question. And definitely they're going to need to bring somebody else in if they want to turn their team back around in the right direction.
I don't know. John, leak something from my chat, bro. Leak something, bro. Leak something, bro. Leak who you're coaching, bro. Actually, wait. Give me like a short list, bro, of your coaches, bro, please, bro. I need to know, bro, because like right now, John, every team is looking for a coach. I don't know who the fuck you get, bro. I don't know. I was doing an NRG shortlist before, and the best coach we could come up for you guys is Bonker or Potter. Bonker or Potter is the best coach we could decide. So, I don't know, bro. It's like Potter. It's Drake. Who else is there? Who else is there, bro? Who you're gonna get a bazooka from NIBR?
Yeah, but then
I'll take Exalt. I don't, bro. I'm curious to see, just to book my scrims. I'm curious to see who you guys sign. I'm very curious. Drake. I personally wouldn't have what he's saying right there. I wouldn't have it. I would not have it. I would not have it at all. Navi, John. We had the meeting today. All of us inactive. All of us, John. All of us are gone. All of us, John. All of us. You understand? They said, listen, guys. You've been shit for 2 years. You're all gone, bro.
You wanna just go 5 long? We smoke hookah?
Nah, like, I'm over exaggerating, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not exaggerating, bro. Wait, should I change the title? No, we don't know. Like, if I'm being like without trolling, I'm being honest. We're waiting. I think Navi are waiting for the coach to know what they're gonna do with the roster. Nothing's like set yet. Just so you know, when I was there, bro. All 4 of them. Okay, listen. All 4 of them were like this, bro. Like they were a rock, bro. You understand? They were chained together, bro. Like you know that game Chained Together? That was them, bro. And then it was me just floating around, like, you know what I mean? But bro, after I left, somehow FNS and John are gone. Now Vic's I don't know what's happened, bro. I genuinely don't know what's happened. I'm actually shocked, bro. Actually, you're all washed. That could be a very likely outcome. You're all washed. That is a very likely outcome. I'm gonna be honest. Let's have a look. NRG Valorant. You go Crashies, you go FNS, Som, Victor, Marv, and I'm missing one. No, Chet. Crashies 26, FNS 32. Sam, he's a young prodigy. It's fine. Victor 27, Marv 24, and Chet 27. We're not in our primes, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, 4-3, we are not in our primes, bro. You understand that we are washed, bro. We are old, bro. We are just old men, bro. We're averaging 27, and these guys are averaging like 19, bro.
So I didn't really fully see this quote or exactly to see precisely what the context was behind it, but there was some discussion here from FNS in the chat on, you know, don't even give me a coach at that point type thing, which kind of implied, at least, you know, FNS is maybe in two minds, and you can even hear that with what Ardiis was talking about and conversing with FNS in the chat on whether FNS is down for certain types of coaches. Now, on paper, Potter makes a lot of sense to NRG, but depends if FNS is going to stay on what he thinks on the situation exciting, right? Because if he believes his own system is the way to go, if he believes that's the way to maximize results, then if a coach is going to get in the way of that, might actually be problematic, right? So you don't want to clash, but then again, if I'm NRG, do I trust FNS or do I trust, Potter, who just won the World Championship last year and did kind of, at times it felt like miracles with that Evil Geniuses team even this year? You've got to wonder whether priorities at that point will potentially change where they may indeed lie. So FNS is probably going to watch party from home, and we may get more comments from that, on that from him over the coming days. If Chet as well gets involved and says, going to watch party challenges tomorrow and answer some NRG stuff around noon. So that's exciting to see if Chet has anything else on the situation, because there is a general feeling right now that he may well do and may well, have to if he wants to get a good, job going forward with whatever's happened behind the scenes. What do you guys think about that? Ardiis' perspectives on the situation, but also the feeling that maybe NRG are not so keen with bringing in Potter as the coach on their roster right now, especially if FNS is still the one making the decisions. But very much interested your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Just one final thing I thought was interesting here. VALORANT Champions winners, could they get their own special skin like in some other games? Because it should be possible to do so, and it might be something that's worth considering just to level up everything even more. And we also have this, America's top rated players, I think Pacific top rated players, and we get some usual suspects here, right, from Paybrex, from Gen.G, etc, etc. I think the Americas, though, is kind of more impressive in the sense that Aspas is just dominating the entire time, right? This goes at a 1.27, and then from there you get a 1.12 with 5 players and a 1.07 with 4 players. So, kind of wild how this all worked out, but very much interested your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.